Today, we are very honored to have the very first True Health workshop in Canada here in Toronto. And True Health is a theory of energy, meaning physical health, financial health, and peace of mind. Today, our keynote speaker is going to showcase all three of them to us. Okay? But let me introduce our keynote speaker to you. He's a very good friend of mine. He's also my mentor. Every single time when I'm working in the energy business, I got lost, all of a sudden he'll pop up. Okay? I met him around 2.5 years ago when he was in Toronto doing a training in the Toronto office. He's kind of like a musician to me, and since then we have been good friends. We have been very good friends. And I went to Hawaii to see how he put on a Super Saturday. And I told him, hey, my friend, my brother, my mentor, we need something like this in Toronto. Can you come and enlighten us? Can you come and do the magic here? And that's why he's here today. He is coming from financial industry. He has been in the energy business for 8.5 years. He has team around the world. From his Facebook, I know that he's flying to each different city and countries around the world every month. And today, please join me with the warmest welcome to my brother, my mentor, Siha, motivational speaker.
You guys are awesome. Welcome. First question I have to ask you guys, how's your health? Awesome. Okay, no matter where you are, we're going to take it to the next level. Is that okay? Yeah. Set the tone. Because your health is your what? Well. Without it, you are nothing. Or dead, right? Yeah. So that's where it all started for a lot of us here in this room. And everybody's here for different reasons. Anybody here to learn to maybe help themselves get better? Yes. Anybody here maybe learn to maybe help their family or their loved ones with health conditions? Yeah. You're in the right place. You're absolutely in the right place. And these guys, look at the energy of these guys. Most people come to a practitioner, whether it be a nutritionist, a doctor, a chiropractor, a trainer, because they want to get more energy. Right? Did you know that?
Yes.
Did you guys not feel the energy that these people had? Yes. That's real. And that's the real energy that we want to instill into everybody. Because there's some people out there in the audience that I know for a fact that, doesn't matter how old, how young you are, but was ill, didn't have the energy, or was not in the place where they need to be. And this is life-changing. And I don't know what this is going to do for you, but here's what I do know. I'm going to give you the best of me. I'm going to give you the best of me so that you can take it and do whatever you want with it. Because it's not up to me. It's up to you. I'm just Siha. I don't know what all the accolades she's talking about. I'm just traveling because I love to travel. I want to be, when you go through a travel magazine or a National Geographic magazine and see all those pictures? I want to be the guy taking a picture. Right? Anybody here with me? I want to be the guy climbing the mountain. Right? But what do we need to have to do that? Health and wealth. Right? I was in the finance side, and so I was missing a big piece of the puzzle. A huge piece of the puzzle. The most important, which was health. Right? So, today, I'm just sharing a little bit about my background because you guys don't know me too well. 20 years ago, I was in the banking, finance, and real estate development business for 20 years of my life. And then there was a thing called a recession in 2008. You guys remember that? Yeah. Hit me. So I was in this business for 20 years of my life, from 19 years old to 39. Yeah, I'm young. 20 years in the business, it crashed on me in 2008. I was supposed to retire at 2008. It just means freedom. That's all it means. You're not a gazillionaire or anything like that. But I was really sick. I was coughing prior to that for 7 years. Coughing, chronic coughing all the time. Stress, bad diets, alcohol, just the lifestyle that I was in. It was my lifestyle, right? It was what I was thrown into. I didn't know any better. So I was coughing all the time. I went to the doctors every single year. When you go to the doctors, what do the doctors give you? Medication, prescription, right? So I went to the doctor, they gave me a prescription. I took it, I followed it verbatim. I followed the protocol. I was a Spartan. I did everything that doctors wanted me to do, but every year my cough got worse. My cough got worse. In year number 7, I started to cough up blood. That scared the heck out of me. Scared the bejeebies out of me. 38 years old, 39 years old, I'm not supposed to be seeing blood on a white porcelain sink. I was so scared, I didn't want to manifest the C word. I didn't want to say it, because cancer is 1 out of 2. That's the fact. That's statistics, but how many of us here know somebody who has cancer and have dealt with cancer yourself? Please raise your hand. That's everybody in the room, right? So I didn't want to manifest it. I go to the doctors. I said, Doc, you got to fix me. For the last 7 years I've been coughing. You've given me everything. Inhalers, Z-Pack, antibiotics, steroids. That's what they gave me year after year after year. I took everything. Nothing happened. Nothing worked for me. Started to cough up blood. Stuck a camera down my throat. They sent me to a specialist, right? Because now the doctor has to send me to an ear, nose, throat specialist. Stuck a camera down my throat. Showed me on the computer screen, aha, you have severe burning of the esophagus, which could lead to the fastest cancer in North America, esophagus cancer. Okay, what do I have to do? Now we know this problem. What do I have to do, Doc? I'm going to do whatever you say. He says, you got to take this little purple pill for the rest of your life before breakfast, lunch, and dinner, called Zantac. You heard that? Yeah. Something in my mind, something in my heart said, no. Anybody resonate there? Yeah. No, right? I'm thinking I'm not a doctor, I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a scientist, I'm Siha, and I'm thinking, no, my body wasn't made of chemicals, and I'm not going to be taking chemicals for the rest of my life before breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I knew at least that. And so I said, thank you, but no thank you. In my head, it was like, no thank you, but I said thank you to the doctor. Took the prescription, drove home, drove by the pharmacist Walgreens, is where I normally would stop in, and they'd already have everything there on the computer, and I just pick it up. I drove home, got on the phone, was talking to a friend of mine in Vancouver, BC. I live in Bellingham. Yeah, you ever to Bellingham? Beautiful, right? Yeah. Paradise. When it's sunny.
Once a year.
So I'm talking to my good friend in in Vancouver, and I'm telling him my symptoms. And he says, he referred me to a holistic clinic. Never gone to a what? Couldn't even say the word. What? So I go to the holistic clinic, and the owner, you're referred by a friend, you just trust them, you just go. Normally I'm like Googling who this CPA is or whatever, with their background. Well, I go, and his name's Wade Lightheart.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know who he was, just so I'll let the secret out. He's 3-time all-natural bodybuilding champion for Canada, vegetarian, writes health books sold all around the world. He's a life coach, he works with movie stars and athletes, and that's who I had, but I didn't know that. First thing I go into his holistic clinic, and I just wanted to get in and get out. It was a late evening, 7 o'clock or something like that. He was waiting for me, I was running behind. I just wanted to go in, I go, look, buddy, I know what I got. I got severe acid reflux, the doctor, they stuck the camera down the road. Just give me your oils, your mushrooms, your lotion, your potions, and whatever you got, man, I'm gonna do it. He's like, hold on, what kind of water are you drinking? What do you mean what kind of water I'm drinking? Water's water, it's wet. What do you mean what kind of water I'm drinking? He said, no, seriously, what kind of water are you drinking? I said, seriously? Costco. You guys got Costco here? Of course, it's all over the globe. Well, in Bellingham, everybody drinks Costco. It's $2.80 a case. And I thought that was the bomb. And he says, that's not the right water. And then the second question, follow-up question, is how much water you drink in a day? I don't know. I don't count how much water I'm drinking a day. What do they tell us to drink? 8 glasses or something like that? Right? I'm going to show you why it's not 8 glasses. So I'm saying, I don't know, 4 or 5 bottles, and then when it goes empty, I fill it up at the Lowe's or the Home Depot or the bank or wherever I'm at, right? Anybody do that too? I'm thinking I'm drowning this cough out, so I've got to drink a lot of water. And he says, well, you're not supposed to be refilling these plastic bottles. Well, bottled water is leaching the BPA. You're getting all these toxins in there. It goes on, tells me more about the effects of bottled water, and that if I'm refilling it, I'm getting more BPA. All these things, I'm like, what are you talking about? I listened to him. And then I was blown away, because it's like, why is this not Water 101? Why didn't we know about this? I mean, I went to school, when I was at the university, I was studying business. My roommate, I'm Cambodian. but he was a deformed Cambodian. He was 6'2", perfect physique, right? Exercise physiology major. So his name's Morris, my best friend. So I'm working out with him, I'm eating right with him. He says to drink water, but he didn't teach me anything. And here in like 30 minutes, Wade taught me something I never knew before. Okay, skeptic. Anybody here skeptic about just water? Okay, skeptic as I was, sure, I'll try it. What do I have to lose? I tried it. That cough that I had for 8 days, for me, I have not coughed since. Now, back then I thought it was placebo. Oh, this is too good to be true. You did something. You did your little mojo magic, whatever you did on that. Right? That's what I'm thinking. No. And then I shared it with my wife. She has allergies. It helped her symptoms. She hasn't had to take a Claritin since. Right? And she forgets sometimes she has seasonal allergies. She'll be out in the yard doing the weeds, pulling the weeds, and the dander will kick up. And then she gets the effect. Well, then she utilizes the water, and it goes away. My dad's high blood pressure levels off. I'm getting all these things, and I'm just sharing the water. That's how I got attracted to learning more about it, and now I get to share it with you guys. And this room is full of your own stories, and we really can't do testimonials on other people. But the people that are new here, can I see a raise of hand of the new people here? Please talk to somebody, anybody in here that has experienced the water and what they got. And speaking of that, how many people in this room here have just started to try common water? Just in the last 2 months. 2 months or under. 2 months or under. Please raise your hand high. 2 months or under. Okay. You guys are important to me. You tried it for less than 2 months. Have you felt any benefits? I saw a head shake. Just please tell me, you've tried it for less than 2 months.
Fix my acid reflux.
Okay. The water didn't fix him. The word fix, he says fix. But we know that the water doesn't fix you. Your immune system fixes you. You're giving your body the right tools, environment, and equipment to fix itself. Thank you. Sir, less than 2 months.
My psoriasis.
His psoriasis is improving. Who shared it with you? Sir, what's your name? Renee, are you a doctor? Would you go to a doctor and get benefits? You go to a doctor to get advice, right? And you've gone for many years, and this is just water. He's not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. All the people in the room here that love this water and have tried this water, we're not doctors. We're just your friend. We're your neighbor. We're your cousin. We're your family. And we just shared it. And right here, 2 people, less than 2 months, got benefits from just what? Changing their water. Somebody else. I saw some hands go up. Please, this is really important because in less than 2 months, because I'm going to make my point right after this. One more person. Less than 2 months. Ma'am, what's your name?
Carol.
Carol. What benefits did you feel, sweetheart?
I was having severe pains in my muscles,
Uh-huh.
and very shortly after I started drinking the water, the pains are gone. I thought I had fibromyalgia, but I don't have anything.
Who shared it with you? Linda. Are you a doctor? Linda's not a doctor. And we didn't tell anybody this water cures you. We said try it. See what benefits. The point that I'm trying to make is because people will come up to me and they'll go, Siha, how much water, how soon will I feel the effects on my diabetes, on my cancer, on my high cholesterol, on my high blood pressure, losing weight? You know what I tell them? I don't know. You've got to try it. You've got to utilize it. You've got to experience it, and guess what? Then you tell me about it. Because I remember these stories. Nothing gets me out of bed faster than success stories. So I love that. Okay? So with that, I'm going to share with you just really briefly the technology on true health. You know, what we can use every day, just small changes in our life, and you will get the benefits. Your family will get the benefits. Your friends. You know what? I keep going back to this. I'm just Siha, and you're just you. But we can make this a better world, right? If we're taking less medication, and our friends and family are taking less medication through life, would that just make this world just a little bit more better? Yeah. So let's start here. Okay. It's my clicker. Purpose-driven passion. Like I said, I get out of bed every day to hear your guys' testimonial. I love it. Thank you so much. That's what drives me to travel the world too. We're going to talk about water really quickly here. Disclaimers. Any attorneys in here? Good. I can say anything I want. Water. Our body is 70% of water. We're born with like 80% water, right? We're made up of water. Our whole body. Our brain is 85, our eye 85%, our eyes are 85%, our bones 36%, our lungs 87%, our muscle. It's all made of what? Water. So would it just, common sense, make sense that if you have dirty water, you have a dirty body? Not a dirty mind, I said dirty body. Wouldn't it make sense if you had cleaner, healthier water? Your interstitial fluid, the water that your cells swim in? Your cells are going to be healthier? Yes. Common sense. Anybody have your cars, supercars? Anybody have supercars? You know, when I say supercar, I don't care if it's $10,000 or $4,000 or $100,000, but it's super to you because it gets you from point A to point B. Yeah. If you could put the best oils and the best gasoline, would you? Yeah. But if you can't, you can't. But you know you're taking a chance. This is the only vehicle that God gave you and I. We can't change it. So put the best in it. Not always, but try to. So water, that's just simple. Keep it simple. Life expectancy. There's all these charts and all these statistics, and I read them all because I had to. I wanted to. I wanted to learn more about water. And what I've learned is that the life expectancy in other parts of the world is better than it is in US and Canada. And we have some of the best medical care in the world. Correct? But for trauma, for emergency, for surgery. My younger brother is a medical doctor. I respect doctors. I know how hard it is to go from point A to point Z and to maintain that. But you don't need to run to a doctor for everything. Try being your own doctor first. Try going natural first. Is water natural? Yes. Okay? The health crisis. It's a healthcare system, as they call it, in America and Canada. And I could put up all the stats on how much the healthcare costs and how much it's continuing to rise. You think it's ever going to come down? So if we know, these are things we know. It's not coming down. Is insurance going to come down? No, absolutely not. Okay, Canada, US, here's what we do know. The healthcare cost is steadily rising. More and more people are getting sick at a younger age. Agreed? You don't agree with me? Oh, let me share something with you. 50 years ago, is there more cancer today than there was 50 years ago? Yes. High blood pressure, cholesterol, obesity, diabetes. Absolutely. So it's rising. Well, that's not a stat. That's a fact. Kids are getting adult diseases. Agreed? Yes. Yeah. Kids are getting cancer. When I was going to school, I don't remember or knew of anybody that was going through cancer. We knew when somebody broke an arm or a leg because we wore a cast and we signed it. Yeah. Right? Yeah? People with me? As old as I am?
Yes.
And nowadays, right, kids are getting cancer and my children and their friends are shaving their heads off for solidarity, you know, to support their friends. Come on, open our eyes. It's common sense. So we believe to help curb that, it's called preventative health care. Preventative. What do we do today so that we don't get the sickness and the illness of tomorrow? It's pretty simple. You know what? We change our lives, we better our lives, and then we help the person right next to us. And then the people across from us. And then if you are so inclined to doing what so many people in this room is, take it around the world. Share the love. That's what it's designed, that's what God designs a beautiful world for us to see. So that's what we're doing. We're locking arms, we're showing people, you know, how to do this. The water technology. Back in the 1950s, all the top scientists studied the healthiest living people on Earth. It's not me, it's the scientists. They studied the healthiest people on Earth. They found one common denominator. The people were drinking from all these blue zone. There's a book called Blue Zone. Look it up. You're shaking your head. You're brand new. Thank you for studying. Because go research what I say. Don't believe everything I have to say. Right? Just 99%. All the scientists studied all the people that are living the longest, all around, live in the Himalayas, the hundreds of people, they're drinking Mother Nature's spring water. Today, people are still making pilgrimages to these areas. Have you guys ever heard of Lourdes fans? Lourdes fans? Got to Mexico, northern Germany, Delhi, India. all over the world, people are still going and standing in line to get water. And they're getting benefits just like you guys are when you're drinking our Kangen water. So here are all the places. This right here says in Magic Torrance, California. You could have taken that picture in the Toronto office as well, or any other office. Is not what you'll see, right? You guys with me? You've been there. Why are people standing in line? I took this picture personally myself at 10:30 in the morning, something like that, in the LA office. Back then, this was like 4 years ago, when gasoline was like $5 a gallon. I don't know, it was here like $12 a liter or whatever it was in the Canadian exchange. But again, why are these people standing in line? Are they crazy? No. They're just like you and I. They got benefits from the technology. They got benefits from the water. And they're standing in line. And our company is we're not mean or anything. We had to cut it down to 1 gallon per person because people are coming in at 5, 10, 20 gallons. And so we're just saying, look, get your device. You know, get it fresh. And so we had to do that because the lines were going crazy. But you know what? Why are people doing that? Well, the local people in these areas for years, for hundreds of thousands of years, said it's magic water, it's miracle water, it's healing water. But scientists don't want to know the magic. The analytical thinkers, they want to know what's in the water that makes it so healthy. Well, the water, it has active hydrogen. That's a key ingredient in our common water that occurs naturally with electricity. And it has a high mineral content, which makes it alkaline. Okay, so the mineral and electrolysis that takes place, just like in Mother Nature with lightning, it creates the same water. I did my research. When I first started 8.5 years ago, nobody knew about this. No, but when I say nobody, my doctors didn't know about it. My younger brother, who was going to medical school, his friends were my friends, and I asked them, hey, do you know what this alkalized Kangen water is? Again, you won't find that in the medical industry, but if you use reduced ionized restructured water, you will. I didn't know the scientific terminology then. But they said, nah, it's snake oil, it's just water. I'm like, well, explain to me how I coughed for 7 years, started to cough up blood, and I just drank it days later, and it's gone. Just explain it. It's just placebo. Okay. That's the best placebo I've ever felt. I'll take it. Okay? These are books. And I know you guys are taking pictures and it's not clear and stuff like that. Facebook me, find me, email me, text me, and I'll send you my slide. This is free. Let's heal the world. Go ahead, clap. Free is a good price. Free is a great price to share health. So these books are written by scientists and doctors and people who know their stuff. Many kids in here? Good, I can say whatever I want. So, I'm going to point out, here's my buddy, Wade Lidar. He wrote Vital Power. He also wrote what every athlete needs to know about restructured ionized water, because he's a pro athlete, he works with athletes. Not just because athletes, athletes want to be bigger, faster, stronger, and more importantly nowadays, they want to have faster recovery time. And you don't have to be an athlete to want to be healthy or fit and have faster recovery time. So it's for us too. And then my good friend Bob Wright, who's going to be here on the 28th, go see him. He's absolutely amazing speaker on natural modalities and how to combat cancer. He's the CEO, he's the president of the American Cancer Institute. He lives an hour and a half south of me. He's just a great man. But he wrote the book, Killing Cancer, Not People. He has an organization you can find online, American Anti-Cancer Institute.org, and free information, just like this water that I'm giving to you, this information, this technology today. It's free because we want our friends and family to get the benefits that we all have, right? Just like you guys have. Again, I'm more than happy to share this with you. So here are the most popular types of water: tap water, bottled water, reverse osmosis, and now ionized restructured water. Okay? Bottled water. Why don't you drink bottled water? Well, because bottled water is like this. It's bottled in plastic. We already know the plastic leaches, and it's got BPA. BPA, causes cancer, and it's proven it's carcinogenic, Alzheimer's, all these things, breast cancer. So, from the BPA, when they bottle this distilled water, because they have to clean it out with reverse osmosis, which is like distillation, it takes out all the minerals and whatnot. But when they bottle this, the bottle's upside down, and they steam it with 195 degrees of steam. Okay? What does hot steam do to plastic? Then they turn it upside, and then they fill it in with the reverse osmosis water, goes down the line, and then they ship it out. And it takes an average of 9 months to 2 years, depending where it's coming from, to get to the place where it's bottled to your mouth and into your system. Right? So that's bottled water in a nutshell. And I can go on and on, but I just want to share with you just the basics. Okay? You can go deep. You can watch all these amazing documentaries, Flow and all that. Just absolutely amazing. But you don't want to be drinking bottled water for many reasons. Those are some of the higher points. Reverse osmosis. Anybody know about RO? Also known as RO? Okay, we've all heard of reverse osmosis. I thought, yes, you were just raising your hand, right?
I've heard about it, yes.
Okay, absolutely. My daughter is 12 years old. So when she was born, bless you. When my daughter was born 12 years ago, I thought I was going to be super dad. I was so excited. My first baby, right? She was going to have the best water in the world. As soon as I left the hospital, I went straight to Lowe's. You guys have Lowe's up here? I went straight to Lowe's and I said, give me the best water filter you have. I don't care what it costs. $400, reverse osmosis under the sink. Put that puppy in the car. I'm taking that and I'm installing it. I installed that, went home, utilized it for my daughter's health. At her checkups, she was mineral deficient. Because, in my opinion, and what I've studied, reverse osmosis is taking whatever water source, your local water source, your wells or whatever, and it's filtering the water through a fine mesh, small micron filter. And what that filter does is it pulls out all the contaminants, right? But it also pulls out all the good stuff in water. The good stuff, like the scientist said, has to have mineral, the water naturally has mineral. Well, in reverse osmosis, it pulls all that out. So it pulls out all the bad, and it pulls out all the good. So now you have clean filtered water. Clean does not mean that it's good for the body. Okay? The good water that Mother Nature makes is the glacial water, or the water that's coming in from the spring. Well, when water evaporates, it leaves behind the minerals, the electrolytes. You've seen it when you wash your car in sunspots. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Then it turns into rain clouds, then it rains. When it rains, that's acid rain. Now it's acid and toxic acid. But the good water comes down as snowflake. Right? Snowflake is, how many sides in a snowflake? 6. It's hexagonal. So water has a shape. There's no such thing as 3-sided, 5-sided, 8-sided snowflakes. It's 6. It's the way God designed it. It's the way it is in Mother Nature, right? So good water, what comes down as acid water, when it comes down to snow, snowpack in the summertime, when it melts, springtime when it melts, the natural kinetic energy, that's the electricity, Mother Nature's electricity, pulls that water down the hills and it's turning and it's traveling in a circular motion. Not like through our pipes, in our homes from the water treatment plant, where it's under high pressure and it's hitting a 90-degree bend at every turn before it comes out of your tap and you drink it. By the time you get that 6-sided structure has been broken. And our body's full of electricity. We run off of electricity. Yes? Yes. We all vibrate electricity. That chair you're sitting on has electricity. So, when our brain, there are neurons in our brains tell us our toes to wiggle, it has to travel through water, the conductivity of water. So when it's like honeycomb, picture my body or your body, the grid is a honeycomb, it can just go like this straight down on the toe. But if it's 4, 5, 6-sided, it has to go like this to find its way. So that's why you want restructured water. And reverse osmosis eliminates the minerals and doesn't allow the water to be the structure that it needs to be, or tap water doesn't allow it to be. Okay? You're on tap water. How many people drink tap water? How many people drink tap water? Yes, you can. We have all drank tap water, and we still do drink tap water. For those who don't know this technology, you're still drinking it. We do our best to not drink it. But there are times, people ask me all the time, hey, Siha, if you don't get your carbon water, are you going to get sick? No, I'm going to die, really. No, I'm not going to get sick. No, I'm not going to die. Matter of fact, when I travel around the world, I don't get my personal choice, I don't get vaccinated. My immune system is boosted. I feel my immune system is boosted, right? So I can drink. I don't drink the tap waters in some of the areas. But tap water, just here in North America, an average of 315 pollutants An average of 315 pollutants in water. The pipe that carries the water from the treatment plant to your house. Do you think they clean that out ever?
Never.
I saw a cross section. It's disgusting, right? And you guys heard of Flint, Michigan? Right, right across there? What about Flint, Michigan? What's in the water that's hurting people? Mercury? Lead, right? The people, the community has been telling the officials, government and the treatment plants, something's going on. Why do we have such a high autism rate? Why do we have such a high cancer rate? Why do we have such an early autism rate? Or excuse me, Alzheimer's onset. Why? Why are our pets throwing up? Why? For years, oh, we're fine, you're fine. That's why it made the news. But as of May 17, 2016 in the USA Today, they tested 2,000 cities in the US, and they all had the same types. They had contamination as high or worse than Flint, Michigan. You can look it up. Okay? That's tap water. And 87% of all of the population is on some sort of prescription drug or over-the-counter drug. Agreed? That's a stat, right? But you know that's true. Everybody's taking some form of prescription drug. So, when they take that prescription drug, does it dissolve totally in the body? No, it doesn't. You didn't know. I didn't know. Research, looking at videos, something like that, and seeing it with my own two eyes. When somebody takes a pill or they take a medication, it doesn't dissolve fully. So when they go to the bathroom, where does it go? Into the toilet. And then where does that go? Into our water system. And where does that go? You start drinking that. So, Shwishage. So, he's drinking this tap water. If he's drinking this tap water, he's drinking birth control. Thank you. Have a seat. Okay? Where's Clara? My good friend Clara, right here. So if she's drinking this tap water, she's getting a little bit of Viagra. Yeah, it's all fun and good, fun and laugh. That's the point I'm trying to make, guys. We're getting a little bit of everything that everybody takes. And it's not us. You want to see the results of fluoride? You want to see the results of chlorine? You look at the tests that they're doing on the Columbia River on the salmon. The salmon are coming out with being asexual. They're not male or female. Look at the reproduction in today's cultures in North America. The doctors, the conceiving doctors, I don't have a problem, but I'm just saying, that's a problem. You just have to open your eyes. So that's tap water. I believe it's contributing to our health. Okay, so fourth way of getting our drinking water, which half of you in here or more learn this technology, try this technology, and love this technology, is ionized, reduced, restructured water, aka Kangen water. Speaking of that, let's all take a drink.
Cheers.
So what is Kangen water, restructured water? Well, there's three main properties. It's rich in hydrogen, it's ionized, alkalized, and it's restructured, the shape that I was sharing with you, right? I'm going to share with you the properties. I'm just not going to tell you about it, I'm going to show you. These are the, how can I do help? Can you fill these cups up for me really quick while I talk about ORP? Awesome. ORP stands for Oxidation Reduction Potential. That's what the initials stand for. This acronym stands for ORP. I like to read it backward. The potential to reduce oxidation. Oxidation is what? Aging, rusting. You can see an apple when you cut it, it turns brown. That's oxidation. You can see a piece of steel set out in the rain, turns orange and brown and starts to break up. That's rusting. Well, our bodies, we're oxidizing every single second. We're taking in toxins, we're taking in food, we're taking in acids, we're taking in all these things that a little oxidation in the body is good. Over-oxidation is what leads to disease, right? So we're going to measure, we hear about antioxidants, something that's against oxidation. The word anti means against. So against oxidizing, against aging. So we're going to test these liquids to see, are they going to oxidize us fast, or are they going to slow down the oxidation? I call this a speedometer for aging, or a speedometer to sickness. If you're on the high side, positive 400, you're like, that's flooring it. That's turbo. What we want to do, we want to turbo the other way, super brake. Negative, right? So let's take a look with an ORP meter, which measures the electrical charge in these liquids, whether it's a positive charge being oxidative or a negative charge being an antioxidant. That's what we want, is we want an antioxidant. Your name again, sir? Ben. You're up close. We trust Ben. You can stay right there. You can stay right there, buddy. So Ben, what is that reading?
It's a positive 290.
Positive 290. So positive is what? Oxidizing or antioxidizing? Oxidizing. So it's oxidizing. And this is Aquafina, distilled water in a bottle. This is smart water.
Positive 300 and up.
Is it
17?
317. Is it lower or higher?
Going high.
So smart water is not so smart. It's higher, oxidative. You can laugh, it's okay. Perrier.
Perrier is positive 400.
Positive 400. I used to love this, you know what? Right? Mineral water. Oh, it doesn't have the sugar, I can drink this. Oh, this is great. Okay. I'm going to come back to the bubbles here, the CO2. If I forget, just remind me. Sports. Gatorade.
463.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Is that performance? Is that oxidizing or antioxidant?
Oxidizing.
That's turbo aging, okay? Anybody heard of Shan Stratton? Well, those of you that know this technology have heard that name. I'm going to share with you. Shan Stratton is a dear friend of mine. Shan Stratton is the top nutritionist, the top athletes in North America. He works with the New York Yankees all the way to the Seattle Seahawks. You know, Kurt Warner. I'm having dinner with him, and he's texting Kurt Warner, what are you having for dinner? But Shan is the most humble, most knowledgeable when it comes to health. He's been teaching athletes to drink sports drinks for so long. When he learned about this technology, same time I did, about 8.5 years ago, he said, Siha, I had to go back to the coaches, to the trainers, to the athletes, and apologize that I didn't know this, and we need to correct this. So even he didn't know. So don't blame yourself because you didn't know this technology either. So again, 460 something like that on Gatorade. That's vitamin water, which there's no freaking vitamins in there. That's Purell, whatever. I don't even drink that. I just know that they're sports drinks. They're marketed as sports drinks. Now this is your sodas or your pop.
480.
480 soda pop. Is that an oxidant or an antioxidant?
Oxidation.
Kids are getting cancers, right? Kids are getting adult diseases. I read a study way back then, 8.5 years ago. Back then, the studies, kids were drinking 3 to 7 cans of pop per day. 3 to 7 cans of pop per day. And I'm thinking, that's impossible. How do we get the average of children to drink that much? Well, let me ask you a question. How many ounces are in a big gulp? Too many. 64. 64. When I grew up, it was 32. Now it's 64. How many gallons or how many ounces in a gallon? 128. They are drinking a half a gallon of soda. Crazy. You know what? They're not done. Because there's a free refill. That's all. And I had to ask my friend who's a middle school teacher. I said, are they really drinking this much pop? She says, yes, yeah. It wasn't like when we went to school. They come to school with Red Bull, with Amp, with Rockstar, with Starbucks, and they're sucking on it all day long. And when they go empty, they're sucking on another one. That's soda, really high. Tap water. Let's see. Don't tell me. Mississauga, right? Yeah, I got it. Mississauga tap water.
500.
500. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was pop? 460? What's tap water? 490. 500. Okay? This is this good, clean tap water that you want to drink. Why do you guys think the oxidative numbers are so high? The chemicals that they're using in it. You know, the polymers that they're using to make the water clear. Water's not naturally clear. You know, they just left the treatment water to get murky. The chlorine that they put in, the fluoride, if they put fluoride in, all these other chemicals. That's what our families are consuming if they don't have this technology. I'm saying family because everybody's family. We're all one. Okay? This is the conduit water, which is Mississauga tap water that's gone through our machine, our unit, that ionizes, restructures it, filters it out of the bad stuff, but keeps the good stuff, the elements, the minerals, okay? Potassium, magnesium, sodium, chloride. So let's take a look at the conduit water. Positive or negative?
Negative.
Instantly negative. Instantly antioxidant. Number?
250, 280.
280. So you went from a positive 500 to a negative 280. Look, guys, we're over here and now we're over here. That's almost 900 points to the better. That's an antioxidant. That's what we need for our health, and that's why we're feeling the benefits. Because the number one word used in health, if you open up a magazine, a health magazine, or go to a nutritional store, what's the number one word? Antioxidants.
Yes.
Supplementation, what do you take it for? Antioxidants. Our water has the antioxidant. Instantly, when we know that we get antioxidants from eating fruits and vegetables, right?
Yes.
But your body has to utilize energy before it can get down to the antioxidant. This water, as soon as it goes in your tongue and touches in your insides, the antioxidants goes to work like that. Crazy, right? And antioxidant is also an anti-inflammatory. You guys know that, right? Yes. So when you have aches and pains, it's just inflammation. It's just helping the body naturally reduce or get rid of it. pH. pH stands for what? Potential hydrogen. Really quick here. Because I do this for second graders, so I'm going to see if you guys are smarter than second grader. This is pH tester drop, and it's going to change the clear liquids that's going to represent acid or health. Or I'd like to say it's the more acid, sickness, right, or health. Or acid or alkaline, sickness or health. The pH chart goes from 0 to 14. 7 is really where the chart starts, in the middle. If it's above 7, it's alkaline, health. If it's below 7, it's acidic. Too much acid, that's where we get sick. That's where we get the diseases and the cancer. Fact. I'm not making that up. So let's take a look at this pH tester drop. It's just phenol number 5 red. And I'm going to put it in each one of these cups, or glasses. I made a rainbow color representing sickness or health. So bottled water, is this on the sick side or is this on the health side? Easy enough. Dumb water, is this on the sick side or the health side? Not so smart, sick side. Come on, there's got to be more than 4 people in here that are smarter than a second grader. This is Perrier, sick side? That's right, we got 8 people now. Gatorade, sick side? Side. All right, man. We used to drink some of these products, right? No. Yes. Look at all the sick people out there. 87% of the population on some sort of medication because they're feeling pain and agony. They're turning to that, which is more acid, but I won't go into that. Okay, soda, the 500 something. Oh, excuse me, 460. It was the tap water. Sick side or health side? Looks good. It looks good because 7 is neutral. This is blue. It's deceiving. It's deceiving. Water in the treatment plant, when you put in all the chemicals, and when it comes down as acid and it's in the holding ponds, they chemicalize it, like we said, right? To keep it clear, to put the chlorine and whatnot. It makes it really acidic, like 4.6, 4.8. But they're not going to run acid water through the pipes to get to us. Why?
Rusting.
Yeah, they don't want their pipes to rust. They don't care about our pipes. They care about their pipes. They want it to last 80 to 100 years, not 40 to 60. Right? So what they're putting in is, to increase the pH from acid to alkaline, is potash or a form of lye. Lye is rat poison or liquid draining. Simple as that, right? Because it's very inexpensive to increase the pH. A lot of people ask me, well, can I put pH drops in my water? Yeah, you can do that. But it's not the same as our electrical alkalized pH, where it's electricity. You can put chemicals to baking soda, but baking soda is not the alkaline that you want in your body, right? Cyanide is an alkaline effect. What happens? You're laughing. What happens when you drink cyanide? Oh, 1 drop, just 1 drop. You die. So please, share that with people. Just because it's alkaline doesn't mean it's good for you. It's alkalized. That's the key. Okay? Oh, speaking of alkalized, look at this. Is this on the health side or is this on the health side? Oh, you all got it. Who's drinking this? Drink some more. Let's go. So that's the pH. Now, here's what I think happened to my body. Remember, I was sick. I just had a lot of acid in my body. I was drinking all these bottled waters. So then when I tried the Kangen water, what did it do? It just took me from a sick side to a healthier side, right? I thought I was being chic and I paid $4 for smart water. It wasn't doing anything. Then I drank Kangen water. Health side, right? Perrier.
Perrier water. A little.
No, not even a little bit. You wish. So did they. Sick side or health side?
Sick.
Sick, and sick. I gave it away before because I've done this like 1,000 times. And this we know is pollutants, right? Normally they want it at 7. It's mandated. The water treatment plants are mandated to make 7 pH water go through the pipes. Why do you think it's blue? Because there's snow and rain in the forecast. So when there's snow and rain in the forecast, they put extra chemicals in there so when it raises the water table, it'll bring it down to the 7. But when it doesn't rain or snow, guess what? Our friends and family are drinking this, full of chemicals. That's why it's blue. So if that's pollution, my buddy Wade Lightheart taught me this, the solution to pollution is dilution. You dilute it. Anybody not understand dilution? Pee in your bathtub or pee in the ocean? Which one's more diluted? You got it. Now I'm going to go back to the CO2. This is from my good friend Antonina, a certified nutritionist. CO2. When we breathe in oxygen, what do we breathe out? Carbon dioxide. So the body is an amazing machine that God created for us, right? It pushes out what we don't need. It's either going to come out of our mouth, our nose, number 1 or number 2. Or if it doesn't come out any of those places because it doesn't need it, where does it come out of? The skin. In form of eczema, psoriasis, and rashes and stuff like that, right? So we're breathing in oxygen and we're putting back in what? CO2. So when I'm at the schools teaching the kids that are drinking sodas, I said, you know what? That's like pushing number 2 back in. Because you're breathing out number 1, or number, excuse me, you're breathing. I love you. She's the only one that got it. Okay, so you want to shake their world, you tell them, look, the body pushes out what it doesn't need. Number 1 and number 2 through the mouth and through the skin. This is CO2, what the body pushes out. That's like pushing number 2 back in. You want to do that? Or number 1? No, you don't. Right? They get it. You guys get it?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take this diluted soda. If we generally have a healthy body, like the kids start out with if they're eating, guess what happens when they start drinking soda or any sports drink? And then you're really quick. You know the answer. Sick or health?
Sick.
Yeah, that's pH. Sickness or health, really quick there. This is how the machine, this is how our medical devices from Japan make it. You hook it up to any water source. I travel with it all around the world. It's not just my drinking water, it's my medicine cabinet. I'll explain to you a little bit later about that. Filters out the contaminants in the water, keeps the minerals in there, goes through the plates. There's 7 to 8 plates. Some of the machines have 3, some of the machines have 12. The ones that we have here on display is 8. This picture here is 7 plates. These plates are medical grade titanium, double dipped in platinum. They have a positive and a negative charge. The water, once it's clean, it's mineral rich, clean water, flows through these plates, and in between the plates, that electrical charge of the negative positive, Mother Nature, science, splits the water to an alkaline stream and an acidic stream. And they're both utilized for different purposes for health. And what we're drinking for health is the alkaline stream. And what we're disinfecting for bacteria and viruses and anything, it kills bacteria, viruses, germs in 30 seconds or a minute under the microscope. This is the acidic water. All natural, no chemicals. Okay? Third is the structure of the water that we talked about. This is the importance of the structure of the water. I'll do this really quick. I'm going to soak this in 11.5 structured water, and I'm going to soak this one in tap water. And I'll come right back to it. I just wanted to get this because it takes a minute to sit. Reminds me talking about structured water. Okay. This is the sesame oil, the structured water. Whoops. Alright. Here's my clicker. Okay. Remember we talked about structuring of water, snowflake? Okay? And once it goes through the pipe, it's been bashed up. So the water ionizer restructures the water. And that right here helps in absorption when you drink the Kangen water to be able to go into your cells at the cellular level. The water is able to hydrate at the cellular level. I'm going to illustrate, just demonstrate quickly how that works in the body for cells. When we make tea, normally what do we have to do to the water? Boil it, steep it. Why do we have to boil it and steep it? Why can't we just make tea with cold water? Because the clusters are too big. Okay, the structure is not correct. So we boil it, and then it boils, it gets hot, and it turns into steam. Water is H2O. Steam is H2O, but it's broken down, right? So it's more bio, in the body, it's more bioavailable. So let's take just a green tea leaf, or a green tea bag. The tea leaf inside the bag represents your cells. So when we drink water, we want the water to go in the cells. So when we make tea, the water's, if it's small enough, it's able to penetrate the tea leaf and push out the tea extract. If it's not, it can't. So when we're drinking tap water, we didn't boil the tap water. Oh, this is stronger. This is tap. Did we make tea? Can you see from where you are? Okay. Keep this. Okay, so it did make tea, right? So let me take it to, because I got a white background here, I'm going to use a machine. I'm going to take this and then the Kangen water. Now we're drinking Kangen water. Did that make tea?
Yes.
Did it take 10 minutes to do?
No.
So instantly, it's able to penetrate the tea. Instantly, it's able to penetrate the aquaporins, which are the openings of your cell, to hydrate your cell. Let's take that and let's see. We paid $4 for this dumb water or smart water. Let's see if that makes tea. Tea?
No.
No. What residue that you see is from the Kangen. Okay. I'll take that. Just so that you say, well, you got the tea bag wet, see how? Yeah, right. 3 times. Here's the 4th time. Kangen water. Did that make tea?
Yeah.
That's why our athletes love this, for the hydration, and they don't feel it sloshing because it's gone into the system. The last two, I'm just going to squeeze the last of the tea. The last of the tea. This represents all your joints in your body and all the areas that water is supposed to go to. But when we're drinking other things beside Kangen, I'm just going to do this dumb water, since you're right here with me. Did it make tea?
No.
No. So that means it's not going to those joints. Remember, I'm squeezing out the last of the tea. That's hydration. That's hydration, folks. And I'll start with this. There's tea in here. There's tea. We push out some tea. By drinking the Kangen water, or putting Kangen water, it's being able to make penetrate. So that's why if you have aches and pains in your back and your toes and whatnot, because you won't, I was trying to make a point, but just a little bit of Kangen was able, look at that. It made tea. Applause. Inside factor. Again, I studied from a lot of doctors, a lot of books. Dr. Hiromi Shinya is a medical advisor to our company. He's a co-inventor of the colonoscopy, which is the camera goes up your kazoo and looks inside you to see if you've been naughty or nice. So this is his work. This is a 45-year-old person, female, breast cancer, chronic constipation on the before picture. This is the after picture. His protocol of high alkaline diet, no sugars, no meats, and Kangen water, 1 ounce per body pound per day every day. Before and after. You don't have to be a doctor to know that that looks better, right? Before, the sidewalls are inflamed, the fecal matter, the plaque, the poo is not getting out. The second one, it's getting out. First one, 38-year-old person on a normal North American diet. You know, here you can see Frito-Lay, here you see Taco Bell, here you see, right? This is not leaving the body. So, Kangen water, same protocol, Dr. Shinya. No meats, no sugars, no dairy. Kangen water, 1 ounce per body pound, does that. This 65, 68-year-old person that was a smoker, prostate cancer, again, same protocol, clean. When you're going in for a colonoscopy, you want to see the after picture. You want clean sidewalls, pink, fleshy sidewalls with the veins there. When we eat food, our food goes from mouth to anus, between it gets digested in our stomach with hydrochloric acid, then it flows through the intestinal tract. That digested food, these veins carry the minerals and the vitamins to the correct parts of the body. If our colons are all gunked up, can it carry the nutrients to the correct parts of the body? No. Like the before pictures. The after pictures? Yes. That's why we're healthier. Okay? This is the magic that everybody talks about, why we're getting the benefits, our Kangen water machines. This is our flagship machines up here. It makes these different types of pH. We talked about pH, right? Sickness and health. But this is this is a different type of acid and alkaline. It's electrolyzed. It was used, energy was utilized to making these different pHs and not chemicals. So a pH of 2.5, I have studies that they're all over. Ionized 2.5 shows the killing of bacteria, germs. It's all right there. You know, you have a cut, you spray that on there. You have pink eye, you spray that on there. It's so strong, but yet gentle. I use it all the time. I mean, I don't think there's a day I don't use it.
Can you use it for pink eye?
Oh, absolutely. My daughter, yes. I've done it for myself. I didn't have it. My daughter had it. My daughter had the sty in her eye. Same thing. Took that sty down. When she had the sty, is like a little rope that's coming out. And I took, of course, this is way back then, 8 years ago, I took her to the doctors. The doctors gave her some ointment. I put that on, she was screaming. As a dad, as a parent, no way. Speaking of parent, happy Mother's Day. Her screaming like that, I couldn't take it. I knew the technology 2.5 would kill the viruses. I sprayed it, done. Okay? So that's just my testimony. 2.5. 6.0 is beauty water. Anybody want to be beautiful? Absolutely. Come on, look at this. Look at the beautiful people here. I know you spray with it. I know you wash with it. And if you're losing hair, you put this on there. So I'm putting a lot of it on there. 6.0, because 6.0 is the natural pH of your outside. It's slightly acidic so that germs and pathogens don't grow on your skin and your face. It's the natural pH of your face, your skin. It's an astringent. Women know this better than men, I think. When you take off your makeup, what do you put on? Toner. What's toner? It's really the 6.0 with some fragrance in it, right? This machine makes the highest grade luxury toner on the market for pennies. You don't have to pay $25 to $250. You know, crazy, right? Right here. My wife, she's a cosmetologist, she's a beautician, she's all about, you know, making people beautiful, including herself and her family. So if you're coming into my house and you got a mini skirt or shorts on, she's gonna douse you. 6.0. Absolutely amazing. I carry with it everywhere I go. If I'm in my convertible or got the top down and you got a lot of air hitting in, I just spray that in the eyes and just reconditions the eyes. You don't need that Visine stuff. 7.0 is neutral. The water's gone through our machine. The water's gone through our machine, and see if it lights up. You can't hear. She just said powering on. And if I push 7.0, I'll push 9.0. She says Kangen water 9.5. I can push at a button. This technology will shift the pH. And that is health, and that is biology. And it's just not for us and our human health, but it's also for animals. It's also for plants. One of my biggest accounts are medicinal marijuana grow-ops. They utilize this technology. It's okay. I put the word medicinal in there. They use the 2.5 to kill the spider mites, and they use whatever 6.0 or 8.5. You're pointing at me.
No, I was talking about the same thing.
Oh, okay. Well, see, we're in alignment then. So again, on a push of a button, you can change the pH for the use that you need to utilize it for. Okay. 8.5. We recommend that you drink Kangen water 8.5 to 9.5 daily, 1 ounce per body pound. Once you hydrate and detox your body, you get it to a point where it's homeostasis, you're feeling healthy, then you cut it down to ½ ounce per body pound. Okay? But you want to see results, you want your friends to see results, you tell them that gallon, you finish it every day and get it fresh. When you're sharing this with our folks and the new people that are here, I recommend you start at 8.5. You'll feel it. 8.5. For the first week, then 9.0 for the second week, then 9.5 for the third week, bless you. And then, once you finish the third week, you should have gotten your machine by then, bless you. You should have gotten your machine by then. But if you don't, and you're still trying the water, go back down, or you have your machine, go back down to the 8.5 for 2 days, then the 9.0 for 2 days, then the 9.5 for 2 days. Because all of us in this room, we have different bodies, and we're different, period. Right? So, I tell this to my buddies, I call them chest thumpers. Oh, I want the 9.5. I'm like, bro, Take it down to the 8.5, 9.0, 9.5. Test it out. They come back and go, dude, I can lift more with 8.5. I'm like, right, because that's what your body needs. We agree that our body's all different?
Yes.
I can drink coffee at 10:59 p.m. My wife cannot drink coffee after 10:59 a.m. If it's 11 o'clock, she's not sleeping. Me? Same coffee, same household, same water, different bodies. So I'm sharing that with you. Recognize that when we're helping people. Okay? 11.5. 11.5 does this. 11.5 is very high alkaline. Soap is very high alkaline. So this is like a natural soap that we can utilize for, I have some a Russian community, the ladies there, they wash their hair with 11.5 because it gets out the oils. I'll show you how it gets out the oils. This is sesame oil, out of here, it says sesame oil, right? And I'm going to share with you science heads. When we were in middle school science, they taught us water and oil does what? Oh, the rest of you guys skip class. You guys know the answer. So water and oil, yes, it does not mix, right? It's floating, right? Separating. So, but this is the old one, right? This is 11.5 out of our machine, and this is the same oil. Water and oil. What did that water do to the oil? It mixed. It emulsified. Still blows me away. Still blows me away because all the science heads that I work with and talk to and whatnot, I'm like, hey, how do you emulsify oil after I show them this? Well, if the moon lines up with the stars and the earth, and you can emulsify oil. But I just asked you before, it don't mix. You told me it don't mix, and now you're telling me it does. If the moon, I just want to push a button. Anybody with me? Yeah. Does anybody know how electricity works? No, but we don't. We really don't. But when we're cold, we turn on the heat. When we're hot, we turn on the air conditioning. I want to emulsify oil, I push a button. I don't know about you. I like life easy, right? That's 11.5. And so this 11.5 here is used. Can I get 2 more of these, please? This 11.5 is used for purposes in our life. These 2 were washed in tap water or soaked in tap water, representing when we buy fruits and vegetables, we take it home, and we wash it in tap water. Or we want to see. I want to see what comes off of these tomatoes. Manifested that. And then these were soaked in the 11.5 common water. And then, Christina, I'm going to need your help again. For those of you who have never done this taste test, I need you to raise your hand high so Christina can do a before and after taste test. These were washed in common water, 11.5. Do you see the difference? Raise your hand, the ones that have not done this yet. Raise your hand, or you're new. Okay? So this is, which one? You got that? Which one do you have?
Tap water and Kangen.
Okay, why don't you do all the Kangen and you do all the tap? That way you won't mix them up, right? You follow her. Okay? Awesome.
Okay, who would like to do a taste test? All right.
Okay, so the first one that you're going to taste was washed in common water. And the second one is just washed in regular tap water. But look at the difference in the water. Common water, tap water. Why do you think this is yellow and this is not as yellow? Okay, the Canadian water was able to emulsify whatever oil-based things that they sprayed on there. Pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, insecticides, whatever size they decided. It's off. Okay? And then they're going to tell you, because those that have done this, you know which one tastes better, the common water or the water, like tap water. Kangen, right? So that's a show of the real quickly, tap water. Okay, we're going to do tap water. This is tap, so I'm done with the pesticides. It is Sandy. Sandy, I need you to please take the golf ball and spit it back in here. So Sandy's going to take tap water, put it in her mouth, and then spit it back in the cup. What I'm going to show there, thank you, Sandy. So this is tap water. This is chlorine indicator drops. I want to test the water to see if it turns yellow. If it turns yellow, it has chlorine in it. It does turn yellow, so what does it mean? It has chlorine in it. Sandy put the same tap water in her mouth, for about 3 minutes. Is it turning yellow? No. Well, 3 seconds. Yeah, I'm seeing if you guys listen. 3 seconds. So what does that mean? Why is it not yellow? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0. 15 seconds, that water went from her mouth, the chlorine from her mouth, it's in her liver. Her liver's processing it. So she took one for the team. Let's give her a hand. Every time you brush your teeth, every time you shower, every time you wash your fruits and vegetables and your meats in chlorinated water, what happens? You're absorbing it. Get chlorine out of your life. We know that chlorine is a carcinogen. And we know that the number 1 word is antioxidant in health. What's the number 2 word in health you use? Anybody? Detox. What does detox mean? It means to get the toxins out of the body. Why not keep the toxins from going in the first place? So keep it from going into your foods, keep it from going into your mouth and your body. Detox, okay guys? So here, the Kangen water, I showed you, you guys tasted, you saw with your own eyes, I just didn't tell you, the best drinking water on earth, Kangen water. You don't have to go to the mountains. It's fresh, right out of your machine, right? Right out of your device on your sink. The best drinking water, I showed you. It's best for the environment. It's best for Mother Earth. It's not just about taking care of our body, it's about taking care of Mother Earth's body as well, the planet that we all live on. Now we're utilizing less chemicals because we're able to use this technology to wash things, whether it be our foods, our tables, our clothes, our chairs, our windows. With this technology, a touch of a button, you have an organic cleaner. I don't have any chemicals in my house. For my barbecuer, I spray that on the barbecuer. Clean. My stainless steel appliances, clean. My marble floors and my granite countertops, clean. Anybody with me there? Yes. And I can't take credit, but my wife washes my clothes with 11.5. Clean. Right? Good for the environment. Great for our wallet. Why is it great for the wallet? Because when you're healthy, are you spending money on pills? When you're healthy, are you spending money on doctors or psychiatrists or whatever practitioner that's going to help you? So it's great for your wallet, right? Because you're maintaining the most expensive thing that bankrupts people, your body, and you're maintaining, the cost to transport, to make bottled water, all the CO2 that's utilized. We help with that footprint. That's absolutely better for the environment and for our wallets. So a healthy body is a healthy mind. That is our water technology. I invite you, I challenge you to try it and get it in your life and change lives. That's the water. But our body is not just made of water. What's the other 25%? Right? 4.004 of vitamin C, vitamin D, 0.006. There are other elements, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, oils that our body needs. Right? So I'm going to share really quickly on one of the best antioxidant herbs out there in the world based upon 7,000 studies. I share this with other scientists and doctors, and I am not a doctor. And they cannot refute the information that I have. I'm sharing this with you, and I invite you to reach out to me so I can send you this PowerPoint so you'll have it as well. Okay? We have over, I apologize, I said 7,000. It is 7,000. I apologize because this was done a year and a half ago, 5,600. It's still being tested, peer reviews, and studies and articles. Over 5,600 studies and 600 reasons why turmeric may be the world's healthiest herb. See these highlighted blue words? If I had Wi-Fi, I click on that and it goes to the studies. So I did it for you guys. Turn on Wi-Fi, click it, you go to the studies. Because when I'm talking to doctors, that's what they want to see. It goes to PubMed.org. It goes to greenhealth.org. That's what it goes to. Okay? Side benefits. When we hear all the time when people take over-the-counter prescription or regular medication, they get side effects. You've seen in the commercials. By taking this medication, you may be experiencing internal bleeding, vomiting, upset stomach, diarrhea, and even the worst things, the other D, what? Death. And yet you take it. You take Ucon, you get side benefits. Just like the water, you get side benefits. Major side benefits. I'll share with you some side benefits. Again, these highlighted blue things will take you to the studies. Over 600 reasons why turmeric is the most powerful herb on there for such things as cancer, as heavy metal detoxing, for Alzheimer's. These go to the studies, guys. I'm going to breeze right through it because you can do this on your own, okay? The active ingredient in turmeric is called curcumin. And so what we did here, and I have to thank my good friend Antonina Boroshenko, she's a certified nutritionist practitioner who helped me put the whole presentation together here on the slideshow. But she looked at the top 14 drugs that people are taking, the top 14 in North America. And she found studies like when they're taking corticosteroids, which is a steroid medication. She found 52 abstracts, 52 studies that curcumin is better as an anti-inflammatory inflammation than steroids can do. Right? Just click on that. Lipitor. I don't know what Lipitor is. I see the commercials every time I turn on the TV, and I don't even watch TV. Right? It's a cholesterol medication. There's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. I'm not going to go on that. Here, click on this and you'll see the effectiveness of curcumin for high cholesterol. Anybody who have high cholesterol? Introduces to them that this is a natural way to maybe help the body. It's free for you to tell them. And it's free for them to take that information and do something with it. Okay? Lipitor, Prozac, antidepressants, fibromyalgia, all these things that are getting people down, energy, instead of just drugging it. 5 studies, recent studies, 2011, that show that the curcumin is better for depression than the depression medications that are out there. Is that not powerful? Kids, these, absolutely amazing. Aspirin. Aspirin, there's times where aspirin is good for, but the way that they're marketing aspirin every day as a blood thinner, what I've read, what I've studied, no way. Anybody know what tinnitus is? What is it? Ringing in the ears. So to study tinnitus, to how to heal tinnitus, you know what the scientists do to induce tinnitus in rats? They give them aspirin to induce tinnitus. To induce it, to make it. Okay? Blood thinner. Again, we have studies to show that the curcumin is a better antiplatelet. It lets the blood cells break apart from each other and flow. Metformin is a diabetes drug. They found that in the studies that curcumin is 500 times to 100,000 times more effective than the diabetes drugs that are out there. This is not 5 times, it's not 50 times, it's 500 times more effective. It's 500 to 100,000 times more effective. Are those numbers not amazing? Why take a drug when the studies are out there? I'm not a doctor, just like we start the whole thing out. We're not doctors. Share this information. You will help someone. I've helped someone, and many of you in this room have helped people. Right? I see the head nods going up. Anti-inflammatory, you're taking all these aspirin, ibuprofen, and stuff like that. 15 abstracts to show that curcumin is a better anti-inflammatory remedy than the medications that are out there. You know why there's so many studies on turmeric and curcumin? Do you guys know why? Because the pharmaceutical industry is trying to, they want to copy it, they can't. They can't. This has been used in society they've had records that go back 10,000, but we know at least 2,000 years in civilization. It's a superfood, super nutrient for the body. Oxyplatin, chemotherapy drug that they use out there. 52 abstracts. Guys, it's not 5, it's not 10, it's 52 abstracts. How many more do you need, doctor? It's better. Studies as early as 2007. They're not like old studies. Again, cancer, because it's so huge. We have so many people in this room that are on boards of American Anti-Cancer Institute, Clara, and a lot of our friends. And we know cancer affects all of us, whether we want to or not. So let's help our friends and family have another option. That's it. We're not doctors. Share this information and let them decide. You want resources? I'll give you resources. Here you go. All the studies. That's what I tell the doctors. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what you know, but I have the information that you respect. That's turmeric. How it's processed. I used to, my good friend Anthony pointed this out. she's an environmentalist to the fullest. She's like, they overpackage this thing. Look at all the aluminum foil and everything else that they're utilizing. But then she said, you know what? Wait a second, that's great because we travel and this goes under the x-ray machine every time we go. So guess maybe it helps prevent a little bit of the x-ray going through it, right? The way that the company, again, our company produces the best water machines and they're going to produce the best supplements, and how it gets to you. And how it gets to you is in these tight, airtight packages. I can call them like gum, like dentine gum. Because air does what? Air oxidizes, right? It ages it, right? Have you guys ever ate stale potato chips? How about stale bread? How about stale vitamins? Yes, you have had stale vitamins. If you open that up and you close it and you don't take it in the next 3 days or 4 days, you ate stale vitamins. Not with us. Not with us. Absolutely freaking phenomenal. I cannot say enough good things about this because I put it to the test. Not because I wanted to, because I had the information, the knowledge, and I was in the moment where I could test it. Two Christmases ago, short story. I go snowboarding, and it's the first day. I go snowboarding. The second day, I go snowmobiling. I didn't even warm up my body. So I go snowmobiling. The next day, it's after Christmas. My mom and dad are over, and I just did sports the day before snowmobiling. 2 days before, then snowmobiling. And then I get up and I hear my mom. It's 9 o'clock, and I want to be a good son. I want to go make her coffee. So I get up and I run down my stairs. She's behind me. Well, barely. Because I was like, oh my God, lactic acid. That pain maybe overworking out. Because when you're snowmobiling, yeah, you're riding, but you're crashing. You got to pick up the snowmobile and move it and stuff like that. You overwork my body. I go down the stairs, like the last third stairs. I blanked out. I blacked out because I was holding my breath because it was hurting so much. I forgot I was holding my breath. And I tripped over the last 3 stairs. My mom freaks out at everything. So she goes, you okay, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just tripped. So I go to my Kangen water machine. It's 9 a.m. I know I need an anti-inflammatory. Of course, the water, anti-inflammatory, the hydrogen, everything that the hydration I need. And I take 10 of these. I'm just telling you my story. I'm not telling you to take 10. I took 10. It's just superfood. I'm not going to kill you. It's like overeating on kale. You're going to throw up because you had too much volume. Okay, so I took 10 of these. And that's at 9, and at 10 o'clock, I did the same thing. I went downstairs, got a tall glass of Congo water, and 10 again. At 11, 10 again. My threshold for pain was 10 plus when I woke up. At 9, 10, 11. At 12 o'clock, I'm going back down to get some more. My threshold pain, guess where it was? Zero. Absolutely fine. And again, talk to your friends and family just who have tried the water and tried the Ukon, our turmeric product, and you get the same benefits that they got. You're going to hear about the same benefits that they got. The way it's manufactured is so important, just like how we manufacture our machines. The area that where your supplements, your foods, your supplements, your nutrients is only as good as the soil that it's grown on. Right? And the soil here in North America and mostly around the world, it's depleted with chemicals and it's just overused. Here on the islands of Okinawa, where our company is, the soil, the temperature, everything is perfect. Climate, perfect conditions to make the best turmeric for consumption. Our company even provides the fertilizer. They donate the fertilizers to, I think they've got 67 farmers that they contracted with, so they know that they're getting a consistent product. And on the other side, Mr. Sherrill, that's where he grew up, our company president. He's like 74 years old, 75 years old. He wanted to create a business that was sustainable for his community. So perfect. And the longest living people, some of them are in Okinawa. The most centenarians, on the planet today. So they're all about health and vitality and beauty. Just some studies on it. The flow of how it's made in the factory. Our company uses 2 types of Ukon. One that's harvested in the spring, one that's harvested in the summer, because they have different potencies of the curcumin of the oils that's beneficial for our health and our body. We fortify it with different types of chlorella oils and niacin and vitamins as well. This is the packaging on the side. When you're taking vitamins and supplements, whatnot, you want it just like the water. You want it to be bioavailable. So this supplement does that. It means it gets to go, it gets into your system. That's what's important. It's not consumption, it's absorption, as my good friend Shan Strap says. And that's true with vitamins as well. We know excellent water and we know bad water, right? Now we're going to teach everybody excellent supplementation and not so good supplementation. Because getting it at GNC, getting it at, wherever you guys get it here, it's not Costco. It's not the same supplementation. It's really key. I already talked about how, so the two together, the Kangen water and the turmeric, the Ukon product, is absolutely phenomenal for your health and your family's health. Right? So we call this the Complete Family Health Plan. I call it the Complete Family Health Plan because it's helped my family. It's our living insurance. You understand about health insurance and life insurance. When do you use health insurance? When you're sick. When do you use life insurance? When you're dead. Why don't they call it dead insurance? Right? So this is life insurance. We teach, we utilize, we use ourselves. We hydrate, we detox. Antioxidant, number one. We have to put in the elements that our body needs, the worker bees, the vitamins, the minerals, the oils, right here. The nutrients, right here. That's part of the 25. And then we talked about the toxins that we're taking in all forms. Why not keep the toxins out in the first place? So when we're showering, we saw how Sandy put the water in her mouth, within 3 seconds it's gone. When you're showering, you think you're just like showering pristine water? No, all that chemical, all that Viagra, all that, everything else that's in the water. That's what you're getting. I keep going to that, sorry. I don't need it, trust me, I need it. Can you cut that out? So that's the anesthesia. So this we call the living insurance. We practice and utilize this technology in our lifestyle every day. Our friends do it. And you just beam energy and health and beauty. The Anespa pulls out the contaminants. It restructures the water that's good for our skins. The Japanese kings and queens go to the hot springs, the natural hot springs, the Fujiyama hot springs for centuries. They just mimic that water with this filter. Absolutely amazing. Okay? With the living insurance, we can have what our company philosophy is. We can have the health. We can save money, and we can have the wealth, financial wealth, right? And we can share this around the world. Because the more people prosper, the more we prosper. And with the health, the wealth gives us peace of mind. Right? We have our families that we're taking care of with their nutrients, with their detox, with everything. So health, wealth, and happiness. And I pray that you guys take this and you run with it as fast as you can. Thank you so much for giving me your time.